All right, so this is the entrance. You walk in, and then right next to it, we have this closet, sliding door. As you can see, I've already done my laundry. Kind of just have all my things kind of that I grab on the way out. Some protein, which I actually have been using this time. All right, close that up. Then on the other side is just more space. Cubicles, drawers, an extra blanket if I need it. Nice. And I've kind of put my luggage, some of the luggage stuff up there. Now, this switch is actually for the restroom. Yeah, boy, look at that. Simple stuff, but it's a nicer restaurant than the last place in Manizales. Over here you have the kitchen. I did some cooking earlier, so kind of got some stuff out. And then this is the workspace, kind of slash bar. Kind of been working there the past few days. Another luggage that I didn't know where to put. And then a lot of these Airbnb spaces, they have like a small trash can. So I've kind of just set up a trash bag for the rest of it. Seating area where I just kind of throw a bunch of stuff on there. This couch is actually put along the wall, but I moved it over here so I can kind of have like a higher viewing of the laptop. And I'm not so like crouched over on these high seats. And then now over here, this is the bedroom where the magic happens. This is actually probably the softest bed I've ever laid on. And this blanket is actually like pretty heavy, so it feels kind of like a thunder blanket. Very nice, nice touch. And then it comes with a patio. Let me show that. There's plenty of space in this spot. Patio in case I want to hang out there, get some air. It's actually nighttime right now, but during the day you get a lot of sunlight that comes in here. So these lights aren't really necessary for the day, but at night it does get very bright. And it's actually nice because it wakes me up. And then a TV that I never use, of course. This is actually one of the nicer Airbnbs that I've stayed at. It's in a nice area in Bogota. Over here we have a blender, coffee maker, looks like a teapot set, cooking oil and salt, some glasses. Simple cups and plates and bowls. Fairly simple stuff. Fairly simple stuff. Nothing too crazy. The freezer, I actually have some frozen spinach that I'm going to blend with some protein. In the fridge, I have some matzo, a single beer, and some chicken nuggies. So that Airbnb is a little outside of downtown and the tourist areas. It's kind of a suburbs, but it was a pretty quiet and secure area. It's not too far from downtown. I would say with no traffic, it would take me like 15 minutes to get where I needed to go. But Bogota tends to have a lot of traffic at a lot of hours of the day, so plan accordingly if you plan on staying in this area. The Airbnb was actually halfway between the airport and the bus terminal. The bus terminal is necessary if you plan on going up north, like Dunha, a little further up. Some of those cities in the center north don't have airports, so buses are a necessity. I didn't realize how residential the area was going to be and how secure it was going to be, which was kind of a plus side. There are actually apartment complexes down the street, and at the bottom of the buildings, there are local businesses. I wouldn't say they're boutique, but they seem higher quality. So it was kind of nice waking up and going to the local bakery to get some morning bread and some restaurants as well. There are some big grocery stores in the area. I would say I think 3 of them, in case you do need a more extensive list of things to get. There are 2 gyms. One of them's a chain gym, so I couldn't use that one because all the plans are like a yearly contract. But then there was another one, a 10-minute walk. It was more of a cardio gym, CrossFit and cardio boxing. I went there a couple times. It was great. Trying to do laundry in the area was kind of difficult because the only thing I can find was dry cleaners that did by the piece. Thankfully, I found someone that did my boxers and my socks, and then all my shirts and shorts and pants. But they charged by piece. I had to pay a little premium for it. Although on the last day, I did find one that did kind of just like the whole bag, like I normally do. But that is one issue that I found, that a lot of these places don't show up on Google Maps. So you have to actually walk around and find whatever it is you need. Like I said, none of this stuff really showed up on Google Maps, but I mean, I ended up finding like fast food places, more grocery stores than I needed, and just cool little cafes that don't show up anywhere. You have to actually leave the Airbnb and walk around and kind of look for the things that you need. But it is a nice walk. I didn't have any internet outages like I did in Manizales. In Manizales, the internet was going out every now and then, but it wasn't due to any of the equipment that the Airbnb had. It was actually the internet company. I think just because it's a smaller city, the infrastructure might not be as good. However, in this Airbnb in Bogota, internet was great. It was fast, never went out, and the place is actually connected to a house. It's part of the house. I mean, it's connected in a sense. There's a wall, but it's like its own separate unit. So the owner of the place is actually on site, but I only saw them whenever I checked in, and I didn't need anything. Everything was perfect, so I never really got to see them. Other than that, I got my own key to the place, my own key to the front gate, and it was great. I'm at a different Airbnb here in Tunja, which is like 2 hours north of Bogota. I don't really know much about the city, and I haven't even really left my Airbnb, but the internet here is great. I only came here because my next spot is actually Villa de Leyva, which is like my main goal. They're actually having a religious holiday in the next couple of days. I wanted to check that out. I can't really find too much information about it online, so I just decided to book it and find out, what it's about. I hear it's supposed to be really pretty, but a local from Bogota who has actually gone said it gets uncomfortably packed. So either way, I know I'm gonna get some footage of that. Hopefully it's not too bad, but yeah, I'll have something to show you guys.